Hi everyone, welcome to Friday Night Adda on the Rocks. I'm Saleha Singh, and rocking with me tonight are two of my oldest friends from Asansol. Ratna Gupta, who now lives in Calcutta, and joining us all the way from Jakarta is Pradipta Roy, or Tiku as I've always known him. Hello guys.
Hello, everybody.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for inviting us, Saleha.
It had to be an Asansol connection sooner or later, isn't it?
That's true.
Thanks to invite me. Very few people have the guts to do that.
See?
So let's see how.
I said I wouldn't troll you so there, and I wouldn't stalk you, but I did manage to find you through Sukrit, but I did manage all the way. I have to say this, guys. I know Sukrit told me he skips this part, so I think just to piss him off, I'll do this one. So Ratna and I go a really, really long way. We have been together since our kindergarten days. We share our birthdays. Her mom used to be my class teacher, not once, but twice. And I think I'm one of her favorite students because she always meets me when she comes to Melbourne. And I'm even wearing the scarf that she bought me a few years ago. And I don't know if this is important, but Ratna actually introduced me to my husband of 34 years. And that's the scary part. And she's very partial towards him, absolutely blind. And Tiku and my brother studied together from kindergarten, Tiku?
Yes, well, it was class 1 those days, class 1 to class 12.
There you go. Oh my God.
Yeah.
So from Asansol to here. And good
And
memories.
where's here?
Here is like virtual Adda.
Yes, absolutely. In these times.
Yes, in these times. So yes.
Which you connected us, Saleha. It was such a flood of memories that sort of kept coming back to all those wonderful, wonderful days we've had in Asansol or Burnpur, where I grew up. You know?
Yeah.
And there is a love-hate relationship with that little one-house town or one-hick town or whatever you can call it. Right?
Yes, same here.
Yeah. But
One can never forget Asansol, however much and however far away you move away from it.
I don't know. When I was there, I always wanted to get out. I couldn't wait. So the minute I finished year 10, I was like out. And I'm sure same with you because we didn't have years 11 and 12 in Loreto those days.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Even now, I don't
Yeah,
feel
but
like
the
going
good
back.
things,
Yep.
the good things of our lives actually, not the city itself, is something that I don't think Tiku and I will, or you and I, we'll never forget. Because the amount of fun we had there growing up, I mean, it was like a dream childhood on hindsight, if you look at it now. In spite of all the muck and the cows on the road and the trucks, passing on GT Road. Tiku has, I'm sure, some stories of how we spent our time walking down those roads and hanging from minibuses to get from one place to the other.
True, and I'll tell you, it works at two levels for me. One is, of course, all the fun that we have, and other is all the values it taught us. I mean, at one level, there were these clubs and the pagri bearers and those cocktail evenings, and on the other hand, literally, I mean, walking down the streets, having street food, and as you said, get onto minibuses or local buses, rickshaw, cycle, whatever you call it, right? Rasta dhare shingara and garam cha. Punjab tailors, for example.
Yes, Punjab
exactly.
tailors. Yes.
And Sassi Cafe.
Oh, yes.
How can one forget Sassi Cafe, where you got the best bhatura chola and tandoori chicken in those days?
And espresso coffee, which was that milky, horrible thing, which is certainly not espresso, but it was called espresso coffee. From that funny thing that used to come out, you remember?
Yeah.
How was made? And they used to have about 6 inches or 8 inches of hem inside the trousers, and every year it would be opened a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gora
I could say the
tailors.
same for the girls'
Yes.
skirts also. Our skirts also had those hems, Tiku,
Yes.
by the way. But instead of letting them down, we were
Oh,
always wanting to raise
lift it
them.
up. Yes,
But
yes.
we were not given permission. So
I remember
yeah.
putting safety pins and lifting it just that little bit higher. But and Gora tailors, we had to go and get it stitched from Gora tailors. I still remember. So
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
careful days with lots and lots and lots of learning. Is I think, I mean, we grew up in a society of tolerance. I think, a lot,
Absolutely.
and we appreciated both at any levels of society, any caste, any religion. Nothing mattered.
yeah,
All that mattered was good friends, good
And
times,
good fun.
fun together. I mean, that's the great thing. And the other thing that I think that has taught us is this Nali Joler ice cream made out of drain water that we used to get for 50 paisa or some nonsense like that, right? I
those
think
colored ones. Yes.
the colored ones, and the tongues would turn the same color as the ice cream, right? After eating it. But that gives us, built in us some immunity.
Yes.
Hopefully this damn
Absolutely.
I think that immunity still stays, Tiku. I just came back from Banaras in March, and of course I had to self-isolate. And when I was in Banaras, I went to the Kashi Vishwanath temple, and there were like close to 10,000 people at night, at 11 o'clock at night. So when they asked me to do a COVID test in Melbourne, I was like, "Yep, I'll be the first one," and I was fine. So the immunity actually stays for years and years and years.
Especially when you're playing Pittu and you're playing, seven stones and you're running around trees and plucking fruit off them and hanging on the branches. That's when your immunity grows, eating all that soil in your childhood. And I think we touch wood so far, 6 months now of COVID and all going fine. Don't want to speak too soon, but yeah.
And even the water we drank, Ratna, right, in Chalia,
Yeah.
tap, the hose pipe, garden tap, we finish up, and we would sort of have a bath with that water or take out the mud.
Yeah, I remember the puchkawala in that market. He was, I mean, I dread to think of how I used to go there religiously with my mom, who also loved puchkas, and that was the only chap in Asansol, I think. I don't know whether you all had one in Burnpur, but that fellow in the marketplace next to that filthy open drain, oh my goodness.
And nothing has changed. If you haven't gone back, nothing has changed. And I'm talking from a couple of years ago when I actually spent 10 days with my dad. So nothing, it is still the same. You can close your eyes and you can find your way. But
during my time, the first air-conditioned cinema hall came out there.
Yes,
Chitra. Yes, Chitra.
Chitra cinema. And before that, it was those sweaty chairs and they would say, sign would come on the screen, Jolasche, lift your legs.
And I went for my first date with someone you both know, I think, in class 8 to a movie hall called Godhuli. And it was actually... And I remember when I came back, my mom asked me, did he kiss you? Did he kiss you? And I just think of those days when we thought we would get pregnant almost by kissing somebody. And I think back to today when, the little ones, are able to tell you a lot more than maybe you know.
That is right, yes.
Another thing for me is the value of friendships that we developed at that point in time. I mean, I'm connecting with you, Saleha, after, I don't know, some 40 years or something. Roti, as I call Ratna. Ratna and I were lucky enough to meet once in every 2 years on an average. But when we do, and when we talk, it is as if time has stood still completely. Nothing has changed.
Absolutely. Yes.
Absolutely.
I think there is a joy in the sort of the camaraderie that we shared, the bonhomie that we had, all the things that we did together. Something just remains inside a person, and that carries through for life.
Yes,
I mean,
absolutely.
Ratna's
Absolutely.
parents, Indrani, the Amlanda, the Mujumdar parents, the parents, they were just like brothers and sisters in their own way. I mean, it just, for life they continue. I mean, and that's the joy of growing up in a
Small
rather
town.
quaint.
Yes, quaint. Okay. 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 I think you're the only one who will call Asansol quaint, but we'll let it go. I think another very exciting thing for me was Asansol Express.
Ah, memories,
Yes.
memories.
I mean, upgrade
So
from Coalfield. Yes.
Yeah, and I remember Tiku's twin, Piku,
Yes.
introduced me to JJ Kale on that train when we were coming from Asansol to Calcutta, and I would do that like every weekend almost. And I think PNT would also very often when we were in Cal in those days, we'd go down for the weekends.
Yes.
Black Diamond and Coalfield. These were the two trains that we used.
And I still remember the first time that Asansol Express was launched, introduced, and they had the dining car.
Yes.
So
yes.
Yeah.
You had tables to sit on at, and came a white plate with omelette and toast and dollop of Kisan's fake tomato ketchup. But how much we enjoyed it.
In fact, one of the stewards there taught me how to hold a knife and a fork, because I was holding it in the wrong hands, and he was like, "Nahi, like this," and I was like, "Okay." So that's how I learned how to eat with a knife and a fork, because Bengali, you don't eat with a knife and fork at home.
They had a library also in there.
I don't
Did
remember
they?
the library. Did
I
they?
don't remember. I didn't.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Library in the sense they had a rack with books and magazines which you
Wow.
could read on the
Oh,
train.
wow. Wow. I don't know that.
I don't
I was too busy listening to JJ Kale with P and U at points. And then with my ex-husband when he started moving with me on that train back for weekends.
But don't you forget, Asansol is an important junction. It's just not another railway station.
I know. I know.
Yeah.
It's become cleaner. It's become very, very clean. So I have to say that. And but other than that, I don't know. I have this love-hate relationship. I want to go back, and I seem to meet all these people from Asansol. Look at our LCA group, Ratna. It kind of keeps growing. I'm from everywhere. We connect. I meet St. Patrick's boys here. I mean, of all the places in Melbourne. I mean, and most of them, Tiku, are your batchmates, not my batchmates. They're all your batchmates. And we just connect because we are all from Asansol. So yeah, it's like, but
so remember that turnstile gate which we used to pass into from our hallowed grounds into forbidden territory, and the St. Pat's boys, I would go for tuition there. I remember for math in 9 and 10.
Mr. Gunyan and Mr. Roberts. We went to Mr. Roberts, yes.
Yeah.
And it was like,
I mean, those teachers were something else altogether, I have to say.
There's a standard answer from so many of our St. Pat's boys. And when the question is asked, what's the best thing about your school? And the answer is, it shared a common boundary wall with Loreto. So,
yeah, and the class 10 classrooms overlooked, you know, they were in buildings where you could actually see the boys, and that was thrilling for us. And let's not talk of what we did during our ICSE exams and the laboratory, the lab tests that we had. I think we got some information beforehand. The boys were very, very good. They passed some information to us.
Boys, that's right. Yes, I remember that now. And of course, then there was always this romance that we kept. I don't know if it actually happened. Sister Moira, Brother Fernandez.
Yeah, I'm surprised you're bringing this up. but we all thought it was the most exciting thing in our times. Every time they talked to each other on the basketball court, we were like gawping from the side to see, trying to lip read and see what they were saying. Such fun, really.
Brother Fernandez was one of the best looking men. And
Yep.
Sister Mara, one of the very attractive ladies, right?
Absolutely.
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 It was like, my God, this is a Mills and Boone happening in a school.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because that's when we got introduced to Mills and Boons, isn't it?
I suppose so. I mean, I never read that shit.
I did. I'm ashamed
Thank
to say I
goodness you
did.
didn't.
I know.
I devoured them in those
too.
days. I'm a true romantic even now.
Oh my God.
I
it
don't
never
touch
happened.
them.
It's all
but
in the books,
yeah.
Ratna, in case you didn't know.
Yeah, I'm learning at this old age.
Tiku, how was Asansol to Calcutta, the transition? Was it good?
Just coming to that, I mean, for me, because we grew up in Burnpur and Asansol, so Calcutta was this city with big lights and big dreams. So a trip to Calcutta during our growing up years used to be very, very special for us.
Yep.
And whether it was the Sky Room or whether it was the Flurries or whatever it was, that 1 or 2 meals outside and walking down Park Street or even driving over the Howrah Bridge, these were just magical experiences. Now, mind you, I mean, it was also for me, it was, we traveled third class or second class, whatever it was, traveled on the footbed of the train, used to hang out and go there. At the same time, enjoy, if I can call it a bit of a high society life, and come back to taking the bus, 2 buses, if I remember correctly, and a rickshaw to reach Ratna and Ranjit's home to sort of play in the afternoon, right? So very eclectic city. That Calcutta was just very, very like alluring for us, and I think the love for that city also grew to the extent that we always wanted to go there and live there and work there. And India was not so connected at that point in time. I think it was only in the late 70s that I took a first train ride to Delhi. But before that, I'd never been to Delhi, I mean, just so I'd been to Allahabad. My grandmother was from Allahabad. So it was Allahabad, Bolpur, Shantiniketan, Kolkata, So that was the territory that sort of I grew up in. So I think the charms of the city of Calcutta, and I see a lot of posts today coming out on our little group, Calcutta Connect Around the World, and some of them have these so-called dirty images. I don't see them as dirty images. I see them as reality. There's a street in Bhavanipur, which is narrow and it's small and it's got old broken homes. So be it. But there are a lot of lovely hearts and souls living in those homes.
Absolutely, yes. What
Yeah,
about you?
and it's in those lanes. Yes, Aleha.
You've lived in Calcutta for a very long time, right? You've just, you bought your own home and unlike many of us, yes.
So I also came into Calcutta straight after my graduation, and as I remember staying with friends in Guru Shodai Road, and I mean, as Tiku said, it was a magical life. We played court piece till 3 every morning, and then we went to Nizam's or Bihar for rolls, and no food was ever cooked. We just had so much fun, enjoying ourselves, going to Blue Fox, and I remember Polynesia every Wednesday and Blue Fox on the other days. I mean, it was great. And then I met my ex-husband and stayed on here. He has a lovely family, and it was really enjoyable. But we moved in between to Hyderabad, and off late, 8 years back, I moved to Bangalore, and I shuttle now between Bangalore and Calcutta and all the other cities. Actually, I'm constantly in the air, and that's something that was a big relief in one sense, because the last 5 months I'm happily in one place in my home and eating the same food out of the same kitchen on a daily basis.
Instead of living out of suitcases.
Instead of living out of suitcases, yeah. But I love Calcutta. I mean, I just think this city, I wasn't born here, but it grew on me. And as Tiku said, I mean, it's the little lanes, especially in North Calcutta. I mean, look at the ambience there. Look at the food you can have there. I mean, the smallest Nishti Dokan has the best sweets ever that you can get. I mean, there's no such thing as bad quality. Yeah. It's just good quality and better quality and excellent and superb. I don't think there's any shop here that you really get bad mishti in. Having lived in Bangalore the last 8 years, I know that I've really missed Calcutta a lot.
You know, Ratna, how important it is that what you just said, the minute you said you came to Calcutta and you stayed with friends on Guru Shodai Road, 4E Ajanta Apartments.
Yes, it was 4E Ajanta Apartments that really gave me my first flavor of what the city can be.
I still remember the name of the apartment, and WBC 1133 was the car, which my brother and me, if you recall, our job as the youngsters was to drive the car and go and bring the rolls from Nizam's or bring the biryani from Siraj, you know.
You all always had the responsibility of driving cars. Let me tell Saleh, I don't know whether she knows this or not, but Piku and Tiku were to fix a family friend's car for Tukai to come, you know, to the ceremony at my wedding. That's my ex-husband. Yeah. And at 4 o'clock in the evening, I don't know what they did along with my brother, but they came back with a car minus the steering wheel.
Oh my God.
And there was panic. It was panic stations because that was the only decent car that could be used. It was an Ambassador. And then they had to go and get it fixed at 4 in the evening. And then finally at about 6, I think they were ready with so you can imagine what had happened. I don't know because I was getting ready to be the bride of the evening. And he can tell you the story.
Behind the scenes was Ranjit, Piku and Tiku. 2 kanmolas each and duto gale thappor we got. As simple as that, right?
We've had like great times. And then I remember Tiku meeting his lovely wife, Roma, in Calcutta, and their romance. And it was such fun. Such fun
Roma
for us to
was in the army.
Romancing Roma.
I think, and Ratna immediately fell in love with my father-in-law. That's the other thing that happened.
He was the best looking person. I don't know whether I have a dad syndrome, but he was just amazing. What a charmer he is. I haven't met him in years, but I can never forget the Fort William parties that they would throw.
Saying how she's, Roma looking at me now.
Yes, Roma, come and say hello to us. We have 5 minutes or 4 minutes to say hello to Roma.
Okay, but do not record this anymore.
This is recording to the entire world, Roma.
Hello, Roma. It is recording. It is.
Hi, Roma. I was just talking about your dad and how much in love with him I was.
So
I won't say that, but I think he was the most charming man of all the men in a large party. There may have been 50 boys and men, but he was the one who got all the attention. I have to tell you that.
Well, that's a good memory.
You know, Kolkata, for whatever it's worth, I went to a college which is either considered very premium in terms of knowledge or very artel, as you could call it.
Which is presidency?
Yes. So, and I did economics honors, which is strange. Tiku doing presidency college and eco honors is something quite unbelievable. But what, to Ratna's point, whether it was or whether it was Putiram, the food on the streets and the walking to Shialda and walking down College Street, and and the old bookstores out there, the largest second-hand bookstore in the world, or second largest or something, right? Just a charming kind of values that the city has, So we would sort of literally walk from college to Shialda station, and that one ticket for that 1 month, in the sense, when the conductor asked for the ticket, we'd give it. Otherwise, we never bought another ticket, right? And then friends together by train, having the food on the railway platforms, the entire College Street, North Calcutta ambience, right? The bylanes out there, just terrific. I mean, there's so much of character the city has, so much of character.
Absolutely.
I
remember when I was, sorry.
I said it's given us all a lot.
A
It
lot.
has.
It still does. I think I really feel, actually, having lived here now, even though it's in my own home, but I really treasure the stuff that Kolkata can offer as a city. Where will you get 40 varieties of fish delivered to your doorstep, you know, through just a phone
I'm
call?
coming to Kolkata as soon as this is over.
Come.
The restrictions are over. Guys, we are running out of time, and much as I would like to hang out with you guys, I've got 2 minutes left. So we leave it at this, and I'm sure we will meet again.
To everybody who's watching this, who's going to watch this, big cheers from Jakarta. And really, I mean, Calcutta connecting around the world, as this topic suggests, it is Calcutta. It is old friends that Salia is connecting us together, which is absolutely terrific. I think this kind of a adda on the rocks is like rocket adda.
Yes.
That also, just a fabulous feeling to sit in a place called Jakarta, talk with people who I know for the last 50 years almost, you know, and discuss what we've been doing with our lives since then. In a sense, it's just fascinating, you know. So I just want to thank you, Salia, for
I'll
doing
see
this.
you guys in Melbourne. I will.
Thank you so much, Salia.
I shall see you both in Melbourne, and this time for a longer time, Ratna.
Yes, of course. I hope so. And I'm really thankful that you got us together, because, I mean, though Tiku and I know each other since we were 4, and the same with you, but the 3 of us have never chatted like this.
Never. And,
you know, I love reading. I don't have much time now because of my work, but I love reading all the stuff on CCATW, and I'm amused by some of it, but it's really a good therapeutic time for myself when I watch all the stuff on CCATW. And Tiku, your remarks sometimes are really OTT. I have to say that.
So very quickly, as we are about to finish, and Shukrit is such an important man in this.
Yes.
So Shukrit, just in your honor, and before you make any other comments, I am worn this shirt for you to say how cool, right?